Welcome to BikeBeat. We're diving deep into what this new model brings to the table, how it refines Suzuki's legendary muscle cruiser formula, and why it might just be one of the standout heavyweight bikes of the upcoming season. The M109R has never been subtle. It has always been a bike for riders who want presence, visual presence, auditory presence, and the kind of torque-driven performance that makes every straightaway feel like an invitation. For 2026, Suzuki seems determined to push that ethos even further, giving the bike a stronger identity than ever. At first glance, the silhouette is unmistakably M109R, long, low, muscular, with a power stance that looks like it's ready to pounce. But sharpen your eyes and you'll notice refinement layered into the design, changes that enhance aerodynamics, cooling, and rider comfort while still preserving the cruiser muscle DNA that made the M109R a favorite. The most eye-catching update is the reshaped front cowl and headlight assembly. Suzuki has opted for a slimmer LED projector system with integrated daytime running arcs that give the bike a more aggressive glare. It's futuristic without losing the brutish charm that defines the Boulevard line. Air channels subtly molded into the sides guide airflow toward the engine and radiators, improving thermal management during aggressive riding or hot weather cruising. The radiator itself has been slightly enlarged for 2026, a nod to both performance tuning and the realities of high-output engines in an era where emissions requirements can make heat buildup more challenging. Speaking of engines, let's get into what most riders care about: power. The heart of the 2026 M109R remains a massive 1,783 cubic centimeters liquid-cooled V-twin, one of the largest and most torque-rich production twins in the cruiser world. While Suzuki hasn't reinvented the engine, they've tuned it to breathe better and deliver slightly improved mid-range output. Expect torque delivery that feels almost bottomless enough to launch the bike forward with a throttle twist that requires no hesitation and offers no apology. Suzuki's engineers have reportedly refined the dual throttle valve system, resulting in smoother throttle transitions, especially when rolling back on at speed or carving through sweeping corners. The exhaust system has also received attention. The 2026 model comes with a revised dual-side exhaust designed to reduce weight while maintaining the deep, thunderous sound that M109R riders love. The note is fuller and more resonant, but slightly cleaner thanks to updated catalytic treatments. Under load, the bike still growls in that unmistakable Boulevard tone, but there's a smoother balance between aggression and refinement. Riders will appreciate improvements in the ride-by-wire system, which now pairs with selectable riding modes, something the M109R community has been asking for over the past few years. You get 3 modes tailored for touring, balanced everyday riding, and full performance. These modes adjust throttle response, traction control permissiveness, and engine braking behavior, giving the rider more control, especially useful given the sheer muscle under the tank. The frame remains a rigid steel setup, but Suzuki has reinforced the geometry to increase stability at higher speeds while maintaining the bike's characteristic responsiveness in low-speed maneuvers. Suspension continues to follow the inverted front fork and hidden rear monoshock formula, but with new internal damping that offers a more controlled ride over rough surfaces. The M109R has always been a cruiser that handles better than its size suggests, and the 2026 updates keep that tradition alive. On tight mountain switchbacks, the bike still requires a firm hand, but once you settle into its rhythm, it flows with surprising grace. Braking has been upgraded to dual radial-mounted front calipers gripping 310mm discs, paired with a large rear disc. ABS comes standard, with a revised algorithm designed to intervene more smoothly. With a bike of this size and torque, strong brakes are not optional, they're essential, and the 2026 M109R delivers in a way that inspires confidence during spirited rides. Moving into rider comfort and ergonomics, the seat has been subtly reshaped with improved foam density to reduce fatigue during long rides. Passenger accommodations have also been enhanced slightly, though the M109R remains a rider-focused machine. Suzuki knows its audience. The handlebars sit at a comfortable reach, balancing an authoritative upright stance with the slight forward lean that matches the bike's performance character. Foot controls maintain the classic cruiser stretch, and new vibration dampening in key mounting points helps reduce long-distance fatigue. On the technology front, Suzuki has upgraded the dash to a hybrid digital-analog cluster. The central tachometer remains analog, a welcome nod to tradition, while the surrounding digital panel offers customizable displays for gear position, fuel economy, trip data, riding mode, and traction control indicators. A USB-C port, Bluetooth connectivity, and compatibility with helmet audio systems round out the rider convenience updates without turning the bike into a screen-dominated computer on wheels. The M109R is still about the ride, not the gadgets. The bodywork receives fresh attention in 2026. The sweeping rear fender has been subtly reshaped, paired with a cleaner LED taillight assembly and integrated turn signals. The wheel design is updated as well, now featuring lightweight machined alloy wheels that reduce unsprung mass and slightly improve handling. Combined with fresh color options, including a deep metallic blue, a stealth matte black, and a striking red with black accents, the bike has an undeniably modern presence while honoring its muscular heritage. But maybe the biggest selling point of the 2026 Boulevard M109R isn't any single upgrade, it's the way Suzuki has kept the bike's spirit intact while bringing it up to date for the modern rider. The M109R has always been a bike for people who want power that you can feel in your chest, a long, dramatic profile that looks like it's in motion even while parked, and a sense of identity that feels unapologetically bold. Those qualities are alive and well here. Instead of taming the bike to fit into a more mainstream mold, Suzuki has simply refined the edges, smoothing the roughness where modern riders expect it while leaving the raw character exactly where it belongs. Let's talk about performance feel. Roll on the throttle in second gear and the bike lunges forward with force that belies its weight. There's a sense of controlled violence in the torque delivery, a reminder of why the M109R has remained a favorite among riders who want something that performs like a drag bike but cruises like a boulevard machine. At highway speeds, the engine settles into a low, confident rumble, with the redesigned cowl offering improved wind deflection. It's a bike that feels like it can cover long stretches effortlessly, yet it never loses that playful, rowdy personality when you want to open it up. As for the price, Suzuki is positioning the 2026 M109R competitively within the premium cruiser market. Expect a starting MSRP around $16,999, depending on region and optional accessories. Given the performance, craftsmanship, and presence this bike brings, it stands as one of the strongest value propositions in the heavy cruiser category. The 2026 Boulevard M109R isn't trying to be everything to everyone. It's not a tech-heavy touring machine, nor is it a stripped-down minimalist cruiser. It's a muscle cruiser through and through, one with the maturity of refined engineering and the attitude of a heavyweight bruiser. This has been BikeBeat. If you enjoyed this deep dive review of the 2026 M109R, don't forget to drop a like, hit subscribe, and stay tuned for more in-depth motorcycle reviews, tests, and stories. Ride safe, ride smart, and as always, keep the rubber side down.